That's right, we're in 28 knots of wind and about a 2.5 metre swell with an accompanying nasty sea state. And I'm gonna cook breakfast because I am an idiot.
In this episode, we leave Syracuse on Sicily's east coast on dusk and head east. Our destination is Greece, specifically Pylos, a town we know well. First, however, we have to get there, involving a big downwind sail in our biggest seas yet. We are definitely starting to get our watch routine down, and the trip is uneventful, fast and fun.
After a fun, 4 or 5 hours visiting Syracuse, we are off, this time headed to Greece.
We have at least 3 full days at sea crossing the Ionian. Hopefully we'll catch some fish. It looks like there's some pretty nasty weather that's going to be to the south of us, and we just need to ride the northern edge and we should make pretty good time. For now, we're just destroying our night vision, making a video.
It's pretty peaceful out here at the moment. The wind has not picked up. It's due to come up in a couple of hours. But we've got everything prepped and ready. All our safety gear is on and ready. Everyone's been informed. We are good to go to Greece.
A pretty morning after a very long night. We did 3 hours about, had to jibe a few times. Going very fast, but the wind is definitely blowing directly towards our destination, so we're having to lay off quite a lot. So only making good about 4.8 knots in the direction we want to go, even though we're doing consistently like 6.5 knots. Gas ship passing down our port side at the moment, about half a mile. It's kind of fun. See it in the background.
Hello. We are 12 hours in. We've knocked off about, I don't know, maybe 60 miles. It's pretty rough out here, but we're still cracking along at about 6 knots, so no problem so far. Lovely sunny day today, which is nice after a very, very dark night.
Here's a big one. That's right, we're in 28 knots of wind and about a 2.5 metre swell with an accompanying nasty sea state. And I'm gonna cook breakfast because I am an idiot. Here goes. This is going to need some careful babysitting. Sorry, had to stop filming, but managed 3 fried eggs and a sausage. Not so sure I'll do that again. Tastes good though. This is definitely the biggest sea that Kel and I have seen in Dakini. Might get a little bit worse this afternoon, this evening, but all forecasting is that it won't get a lot bigger than this. It's going a lot quicker than us, so it's quite comfortable, just looks quite intimidating.
Yeah, it's not bad, big sea, but we're still heading in the right direction, so I can't complain.
Well, about an hour ago, Kel and I worked really well together to put in the second reef, which involved starting the engines, turning into these conditions, bringing in the Genoa, a whole bunch of other stuff. Went really well. We've done that mainly so we don't have to worry overnight, but also because there are some gusty patches expected. It'll also slow us down, which means that this following sea will definitely go a lot faster than us, which is a safer condition than being going at the same speed. It's a really big fishing boat out there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but no AIS. It's a reminder how you've got to be aware. It's probably a factory fishing boat, I'd say. It's not showing an AIS at all, which is pretty dangerous. We're turning the radar on soon. I've already turned the nav lights on a little bit earlier, and man, the swell is big. Might be beautiful, but that swell has got very big.
bit hard to sleep when we're moving around as much as we are. That's okay. We are 36 hours into our trip and have covered 235 nautical miles. We have 126 to go. And over those 235 miles, about 30 of them are not in a direction towards where we're going, just because of the way we have to sail to get there. So lots of zigzagging. Ali's doing his favourite off-watch breakfast, which is open the fridge and see what you find. I think today we have muesli, yogurt, maybe some berries. What's your breakfast, babe?
Yeah, breakfast time. I'm just having some granola and yogurt and fruit. Not the best for me, but it's pretty practical boating food. It's quick and easy, doesn't require cooking. Pretty adventurous yesterday doing that sausage and eggs. Really yum though.
Just cruising along with the lovely 18 knots of wind, and suddenly it picked up to 28, and ahead we had sort of lightning and all sorts of stuff. It's just a little squall that's passing through, so we're doing our best to avoid it. Stay out of its way. The sun's out, so I'm warming up, which is good. I've got about 4 jumpers and a couple of thermals on, so plenty of layers to keep us warm. Wind is up now to between 20 and 23 knots, which is great. It's still off our quarter, but it means we can make good about sort of 7 knots and also head straight towards our destination. So we'll make the most of it while it lasts and then stand by for whatever happens next.
That's right, I'm now in full Fowlies and 10 minutes later the sun's out. So it was a real sun shower. It's been creating some real very backy winds on us though. It's like changing by 40 degrees over about 20 minutes. Very hard to maintain good heading where we want to go. We're still making 5 knots though in the right direction, so get there eventually. Love to catch a fish.
There is some menacing rain clouds on the horizon. Well, let's see if we can avoid them. The rain has caught up with us. It is coming in sideways, so a tad wet right now.
We're starting to see that evening glow that we've been getting, and that's because we're about 10 minutes from sunset. It's been a pleasant day, quite long. Rained a few times. Unfortunately the wind's really dropped off, so it's looking like it could be a much later arrival in Pilos than we're expecting, but we are getting there, which is good.
It is 2 AM on what will hopefully be our last night of this passage. Unfortunately the wind has died right down. We only have about 40 nautical miles to go, but the wind is down to 9 knots. I'm only making good about 2.5. Oof, it's really tempting to put the engine on, but I'm being strong, not putting the engine on at the moment.
Well, we tried, but this wind just will not fill in this morning. We just were not sailing in the right direction. I think I've lost the first fish of the season on the rod. Went nuts, but didn't. The hook obviously didn't set properly. Bit of a shame. I'll try again. So I've now brought the headsail in. We've got the wind directly astern of us, so the mainsail's been centered. Still trolling on my new bodgy handline. It's beautiful sunrise this morning. Looks like we're going to get in at around 2:30, unless the wind picks up and we can sail again, in which case we'll be there sooner.
It's my turn again. Ali's handed over. Somehow he lost all the wind and had to turn the engine on. Bit of a shame, we've only got about 5 knots of wind, which is just not enough to push us through. We only have probably 18 miles to run till our anchorage in Pylos. You can see the Greek coastline in the distance. It's lovely. Oh, it's good to be here. I'm pretty excited. Greece, Greece, Greece. Yes. Very, very excited.
Oh, incredible. Just entering Pylos now, and for the last hour we've had 7.5 knots probably over ground. Incredible beam reach. We might be able to sail all the way up to the anchorage. So nice to return. We've got great memories from being here last time. Kel and I with Mum on board sailed very early on in the morning and came through this channel at about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and then sailed north to Catacoll. Very different entry today.
It's lovely. We have been here before and we absolutely had a great time, so it's almost like coming home, coming back to somewhere familiar. Sails are down, we're just heading into find our anchorage spot. Pylos is beautiful. We're very much looking forward to a shower. It has been a great passage. I've just done the calculations and had a look. We sailed 370 nautical miles. The direct route was 310, but because of the wind and because of the forecast, we had to sail a little bit like this. We had to zigzag our way because the wind was directly behind us. Not too bad at all. The first 2 days were really fast. We're averaging about 6.7 knots, and then the last 24 hours you only average about 4.5. But overall, 64 hours, an average speed of 5.8, and out of that entire 64 hours you only had the engines running for 4. We could not be happier. Dakini has performed incredibly well. We did alright too, and now Elle's cooking me a massive brunch. Can't wait. Yummy.
That was awesome, and a big thanks to Ian and Jess that had our listening watch on WhatsApp for the 3 days. First job tomorrow.
We finished all good pastures with a nice meal. Elle has cooked today. We have scrambled eggs, garlic mushrooms, and snacks. Delicious.
Massive few days at sea. What a way to finish. As you can see behind me, beautiful sunset. I wouldn't say we've completely tidied the boat up, but certainly she's great to go to bed for the night. We are so tired. What a 3 days. That's definitely our longest passage by almost a day, at least a day. Yeah, so 3 full nights and then pretty much 2.5 days. Really proud of how we did, really proud of how Dakini went.
And he has no pants on.